Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The Heavyweight Podcast. Heavyweight Podcast. You listen.
We can weigh in on some heavy shit, What's good? This is episode 80 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys. Go ahead and state your names for these beautiful people.
Nick Silai.
What?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Say it again. Please say it again, because no one heard that.
Don't say it.
No one. Well, I'm sorry. What was that? What was that?
Nivik Sili. Yeah, Nivik Sili. That's what it is.
Nilik Sili.
Nivik. Get it right.
Nivik Sili.
Get it right. Nivik Sili.
It's your boy Mo Lethal the Grouch.
And they call me Hunter.
How are your weeks?
It's great. Just I got more sleep. That was a lot better. Fuck yeah. A lot more sleep.
Oh, so you didn't wait 3 years for it?
Given the background of last week's episode, I'm gonna have to ask this now. How are your bowel movements?
Oh shit! You must be asking Hunter. You can't ask me that.
Hey,
Are you regular?
I'll shit anywhere. I will shit.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Not me.
That's that military life.
Anywhere.
You ain't got no choice.
Shit, yeah. Oh, you guys ain't gonna shit now? I'll shit now. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, my week was a lot better. I got to sleep. Yeah, that was it. That's all I did. Not just sleep, but
The three S's that are important in life: sleep, shit, sex.
Okay, I was gonna say, I hope you don't say shave, because nigga.
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah.
Durantula.
Oh, I actually had a very interesting weekend. It's still going to be an interesting weekend. Yeah. I had a very interesting day on Wednesday. I ended up doing an 18-hour day at work. And that was long.
Congratulations.
Very long.
You worked. You got paid.
Not today. I don't want to hear about that shit.
That was it. And the weekend, I got an appointment, and I'm actually gonna go and hang out. I got an eye appointment at the eye doctor.
Oh, I heard something else.
On a weekend? Oh yeah, I guess they're open like that. Yeah.
And I'm actually gonna go see my family today.
Oh, that's good for you.
Yeah, that's good.
I pray for them.
Well, I haven't really in the last 22 years. I've only seen them once,
and that's why I'm gonna pray for
them. Ain't no reason to pray for them. No.
My week was cool. Workity work. Workity work. And that's it. Didn't do much of anything. I know I didn't wait 3 years. Maybe 3 days.
I don't even know how they got to a year, but anyway.
I can't get over that shit. McFly, your week?
It was gearing up,
about the ball.
About the hoop, and they're gonna represent Empire proud. We're gonna do.
Are you gonna do that?
They've already written us off as the underdogs to lose. I don't see it that way. I see us winning. Yeah.
Is this like a company thing? Is it a company?
It's Ontario versus Empire, and my money's on Empire winning, and I think they're taking us for granted. Now, like I said, if I'm going off of the basis of they have these little hoops when they do their little PCMs, they have this hoop this 1 week, and there was a bunch of niggas that came out of nowhere, didn't even know these niggas worked there, but niggas knew how to hoop, and I think they're not taking us serious, and I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm thinking about showing up with a water bottle just to spray on the floor where they run, Ontario run.
Wow, that's messed up.
I was trying to keep it balanced.
Michael said by all means necessary.
We don't want to be known as cheaters either, though.
It ain't cheating.
They're gonna probably cause cheers when they see the niggas on this team. They're gonna be like, "Hey, this nigga don't work for UPS. You guys wouldn't outsource them because he looks like he plays basketball." Who's this tall nigga here?
We you need to get that part timer inside the building. That's like 6
Yeah, that's 6. Yeah, like man, you're a feeder driver today. Today, but I'm only you're a feeder driver today. Okay. Anybody asks you, you feed your empire. They said, "What did you work?" I work nights.
We need you to come here and get 20 and 20.
They'd be like, "What's your seniority?" $11.99.
I wouldn't doubt it if so. They got somebody at the gate checking the list, make sure they.
Like, wait a minute,
you see your paperwork. You see your paperwork.
Yeah, but I guess we'll get into the festivities.
The nitty gritty.
So we're gonna start with the first topic. Comes from Kevin Wendell. He says, "Has having kids made you more hardened to the world, or softened you up and made you more compassionate?"
I think it's a combination of both. Because I'm a lot more paranoid than I used to be. So I'll be watching people like a lot closer.
You're hardened to the outside world.
No, not even just that. Like, because even softer to people, like, I guess I have more compassion when I see people with like children, and I see children and stuff, and see, I know what it's like a lot more than hurry up, get out the way, do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a little more compassion with that. But like now, I'm like a lot more standoffish to people. I know it might not appear that way sometimes, but I'm weary. I gotta come home too, like when I'm out there. Sorry.
I get it. I think I'm the same. I think like I've said previously, like I'm always especially when we're together, I'm always watching. See who's doing what. So I think in that way I've been hardened to the world. But because I have a daughter, I think I've learned to be soft with her. I can't speak to her in the manner that I would just speak to anyone. So I think in that regards, I've been softened.
We can hear that, Kevin.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, Kevin.
Is that a fan?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't think he can hear us.
No, I can hear you just fine. We're just trying to experiment something, but we're gonna nip it in the bud.
I was like, what is that? So yeah, I guess I'm hardly to the point where I'm hypercritical now, especially when we're out as a family. I'm hypercritical, and I think I have more distrust for people that I don't know than I ever had before. So yeah, I think that part, yeah, I guess so, yeah. McFly?
I'm definitely more compassionate about things because it makes sense now when and I always tell I'll tell Zuli that a lot of things that we don't realize that our parents are trying to do, we get it when we have our kids, and you're like, I get why he acted that way, or I get why he was on me about that. So you get that more of a clear, rounded understanding of why your parents moved the way they did at times. And like me, you also understand that like at times the things they did were bad, and you try to correct that because you're like, yeah, I don't want to be like that. I want them to be able to because like my dad was so tough, and he's from the streets and he was military, so he wasn't really about the whole showing affection. And I go out my way to show affection to them so they can feel like with dad I have a side where they can say, Dad, I love you, and I can say I love you back, or dad gives me hugs too. And it's not just something where it's like that only is a motherly thing, but I wanted them to feel that that's all the way around okay to be open, show vulnerability. Like it's okay. Like we're in a different time now, and that's the one thing I say in this time that I embrace is it's okay to be vulnerable. You don't have to be tough all the time. And with them, I like to be able to show that I can be the understanding, goofy, chill dad, and not just always the serious no. Dad always says no, Dad. Like and the world around me made me more hardened to a degree because I'm more aware of what is out there because I have kids. Like my automatic mentality is to look at them and say, nah, I gotta stay clear of this shit. Like when I was getting my hair braided, I was talking to my braider, shout out to Jess, about TikTok and the fear of what's to come because social media keeps evolving and our kids all have stake in shit like this online and like in social media and how it tries to dictate things. And like I was telling them, they know who I'm talking about. You won't, Kevin, but there's a girl that we work with and she's only like 21, 22. And like the things she's doing to her face and body, it's disturbing.
I was trying to keep up.
Yeah, because lip injections and shit like that weren't a norm when we were growing up. And now you're seeing it, the society is telling them that they should get this shit done early. And so when they're older, it looks more natural. And it's like, this shouldn't be a thing for our youth. And like the fact that it's becoming the norm makes me way more aware. And that's where I get hardened is like my sister, she has given my niece a cell phone. So my daughter's automatic instincts, I'm getting one too. I said, no, the fuck you're not. So it's like those things where it's like, I get at what point she's supposed to have a cell phone, but it ain't now.
Right.
So like.
That's weird. We just had that conversation.
So it's like, it's important to you have to be hardened in certain aspects. And like last week being there's levels to that shit. So it's like, you have to be hardened and at the right times and you have to be compassionate and understanding and soft at the right times too, because you don't want to be too hard and push your kids away because you're being too hard. So that's my answer. This is heavyweight podcast, nigga. We can get heavy. We say some heavy shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's called the heavy podcast, not because these niggas is overweight. They call themselves the heavyweight podcast. Nigga, we're a big podcast and we talk about big shit at times.
I'm fit.
So
nigga.
And actual big shit, like 7 days worth.
Hunter.
Man, my kids been grown so long that I forgot what it's like to have little kids. But when it comes to my grandkids, I became a lot more compassionate towards them versus what I've shown my boys.
You one of them niggas.
No, I realized. No,
I'm gonna get the boy whatever he want.
Oh hell no! I would slap that little motherfucker across the head. But
why you gotta be a motherfucker? Why we just calling the kids motherfucker?
We don't believe in child abuse here on the Heavyweight Podcast.
I'm not gonna hit him more than once.
Hunter's views are hunters and hunters alone.
Why are we calling the kids mother?
I'm not gonna hit him more than once. But it's like I've since I've gotten older, I've gotten more compassionate when it comes to him. And I realized, wow, the way I was doing my kids versus the way I'm acting towards him is different. But the harder, I don't know, bro. The hardness has always been there. You know?
Oh, roughneck nigga right here. I forgot.
You gotta be roughneck when you a hoe.
No.
Yeah.
I would just say this, the piggyback on Violet. I think we've been too damn affectionate with my daughter, because she shows affection too much. Like she will hug and try to kiss everybody, because that's what we do around here. I always hug her, I always give her a kiss every day. And also what I learned is like you said, like I don't like same thing. I play with her, I'm goofy, I'm not always serious, but I think what I'm learning, what I'm trying to do is to have some compassion even when I have to discipline. Like that is what like I don't want to be the father that just says, I said no, it's no. Like sometimes, yeah, it's just no. But sometimes I'll explain to you, no, this is why I don't want you to, because this so and so is gonna happen. And if it's something where it's like she don't want to listen, she don't see it, I say go ahead and do it. And when she fall and bust her ass, I'm like, and that's why I told you not to. And like so I try to teach her lessons through that. But like at the same time, I don't want to always have to yell like when she's not doing something wrong. I want to be able to say, hey, like calmly with compassion explain to her. And I think that, to go back to answer the question, I think that part has also softened me up when I say I'm kind of soft when I'm towards her. But anything But when it comes to outside forces, yeah,
I want to be able to do that too.
Fantastic for the thing. Was that?
I want to be able to not yell, but whenever I do that, it's like they don't have ears.
Well, see, the thing is, sometimes you gotta yell to get the attention, and then you bring it back.
Yeah, because I'm like Kendall.
See, now I think this is why our parents use the middle name. Because when you say that middle name,
yeah, that's true.
Oh, hold on, or your whole name, or your proper name.
But that don't work around here because she say her whole name. She learned her whole name. I say
country. They got some country ass names. Like when you put them together.
Oh, I don't even think that works. Oh, what? Well, it might work with us, but because my mom wouldn't she just pop you. She wouldn't like my mom would like with Andreas. She ain't gonna say Andreas for the longest time. She couldn't say Andreas. She'd be like Adidas. So it'd be like she just pop them. Like, hey, you motherfucker, you grandma don't play. So like granny get it in.
See, my thing is my mom won't hit her.
See, I'm a popper. That's the way I raised my boys being popped, and I'm trying not to do that with my grandson.
My mom was that grandparent where she tries to be the exact opposite. My mom used to square up and sock me in the chest like I was a grown ass man, and she'd be like, "You better not touch that girl." I was like, "You used to whoop our ass." Like I should have pressed charges.
Right.
But but now but I'm not trying to raise my daughter that way. But I'm saying like that's why I asked you that question. Are you that grandparent that give him everything? Because that's how my mom like, I got it. Or the baby need this.
That's my favorite too. Well, you came out okay, like so I don't get no credit.
But like you said, Mo, it's when you get older, you have a grandkid, you realize I shouldn't have did that with my kids. But that was the way we grew up. So, I like to change though. I really do love to change the way
I just realized my daughter
raising her kids now.
She's 5 and she's never had the wind knocked out of her. I gotta change that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy all this. Wait till boys start showing up.
I have guns.
No, you can't just pull guns. Like I can't pull a gun on this 14-year-old.
I heard a nigga say his name was Reggie. He said they make out for a date.
Nah, this nigga came over trying to talk about Seahawks. They get the fuck out of my house, nigga.
Oh my god.
I'm definitely gonna be that dad. You said you're what?
Oh, yo, you guys look like you had some more. Oh shit, that's coming, huh? You got time. You got plenty of time.
Hey, we're gonna have to go to each other's house and be a bodyguard for the first date.
Look here.
That way they see.
She got a little boy in her class now that I guess is sweet on her, and he be and she be talking about, and I be like, he finna get fucked up.
They go with candy and stuff, and you like.
Okay, moving on. Topic comes from Hunter. It says, when you distance yourself from people, do you stay distant or try to bring it back eventually?
I'm a bring backerer.
Backerer.
I stay distant, but I'm trying to change my ways.
So you're trying to...
He's trying to be a bring backerer.
Here's the reason why I'm going to go see my family.
Okay. I got you. Is that where the question came from?
Yeah.
See, that's some personal shit. I like it. Well, it depends on why the distance happened. That's
There we go.
Pretty
there
key.
It is.
The levels, baby. The levels.
There it is.
That's pretty key. But if it's just some shit like, especially like misunderstandings, I've had that happen. And of one that we had, I've had not with us, but and we found out it was just a misunderstanding, and it was like a whole lot of friendship that was pushed away because of that.
That happens too.
Hey.
I think so my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, eventually what I do is when I distance myself, I come back around, but I come back around on my terms. So if I feel the need to distance myself, it's because it's mainly because I got overwhelmed and then I realized some shit and I just didn't like it. So I changed the way I approach it. And so recently, what I've been doing is like, I've been extra protective of my own mental self. So I just avoid a lot of shit. Like, and if I've just been a lot of days I've just been by myself so I'm not in my head. I tune shit out, and some people, Hunter, have taken it personal, but it's not personal. It's just that I just decided that that's what's best for me right now. And it's like, I don't think it's not a personal shot at anybody, anything like that. It's just that I've realized that for myself mentally and what I'm trying to accomplish, I need to make sure that I'm whole. And that's how I do. So I mean, eventually, like I'll come back around, but it's on my terms. And then if I don't feel like being there or being in that area or in that space, I'll catch you later. And I think as humans and as boys, as friends, or whatever, you gotta respect people's decisions. That's just my take. And like, yeah, you come back around, but it has to be on your terms. So.
And I get that part. Like you said, with me and you, it's just, I noticed you're moving different. And if you would have said, hey, I'm just kind of doing my thing right now, I would have been like, okay, again, just perception. I didn't know. So
the only people I explain myself to is my
Y'all
wife.
Y'all squaring up at work?
I whip that nigga ass.
I'm gonna go ahead and let him, wallow in that for a little bit. No.
Nah, we ain't square. I just said that. McFly?
With distancing, I am very, especially now, because the thing that I think in the last year or 2 years, after dealing with a lot of shit that I have to deal with, I try to figure out the best ways of moving upon it, because a lot of times, a lot of the shit becomes self-sabotaging, and you look at things and you're trying to figure out and the equation or the puzzle in front of you, and then eventually, once shit starts making sense and it starts clicking. When situations happen that are thrown into the mix of that, you have to evaluate the situation and go, for my mental sake or for what I'm trying to accomplish, do I look at this in the situation that it's happening and go, okay, just deal with it then, or do you put that shit by wayside and focus on your priority of what you're trying to accomplish? Because I find in my past, a lot of times I will allow whatever bad thing happen at the moment derail what I'm doing. And then like now, because I'm focusing on my health and my sanity and making sure that I'm 100% for my son on the way, or because it's about to change the whole dynamic that I've been used to, that I literally move a certain way with the whole point of keeping a positive energy, because there's no reason to allow anything outside to affect that, because at the end of the day, this is my goal. And I realize other things are going to derail that. It becomes a kind of a natural defense mechanism to distance yourself from it, because you don't want it affecting your energy, because that energy is important. If you don't have that energy, you will fucking completely lose sight of the goal at hand. So for me, distancing myself is not a personal shot towards anyone. It's always, this is the main goal at hand. And like, I can't lose sight of that main goal, because once you get that progress, especially now at our ages, you can't, once you lose sight, like especially on health wise, if you lose sight of the goal or progress, it's so easy to fall back into that. And like, we don't have that, well, I'm young, I can bounce back shit. It's, if you don't do it now, you might not get it, it's going to take so much hard to get back to it. And when doctors talk about, if you don't do this, then, you're going to have a short life type shit, it kind of puts shit in perspective. So, like I said, for me, it's always, distancing, it can be a thing, but you just got to understand at what cost and what value you have on your own personal goals or things you're trying to accomplish. Because, like I said, I'm literally less than a month out for my son being here, and
your whole world changing,
and everything changing, and it's like, I'm at the same time, looking, and this is the best I've felt in a long time physically. And like I said, it's just when you hit those markers and those goals, you'll literally get so tunnel vision about shit, and all you're literally doing is looking forward. And like Marisa said, like I'll be at work and like people will call me and they'll be expecting me to have conversation, and I'm zoned the fuck out because all I'm focusing on is this, and this, and they'll be like, "So what's going on?" I'm like, "Huh? Like what?" But it's not. It's always done with the intention. I'm fucking hyper focused, and I have these goals, and I'm literally so close to hitting milestones, and like I take them in like 3-month increments of all right, I accomplished this. Now for the next 3 months, let's keep that same thing I've been doing for this long, and then add to it by doing this, and that's all I've been doing. So, but with distancing, like I said, it's important. It's just, and eventually coming back depends on the worth of the situation or relationship. I just know for me, when I cut people off and I've cut them off, there's a difference between like me cutting you off and it's like a done deal, like you won't see me again, or cutting you off and just keeping things to, I guess, to my specifications, like me just trying to balance it all. But there's people I've cut off that will never see me or talk to me again. So
I've done the same to a few.
Yeah, you just gotta keep that important.
Oh no, go ahead. Because if you're gonna stay on this, I was gonna segue just 1 second. That's why.
I was gonna say this. Sometimes it's important to distance, because sometimes you just need to be by yourself so you can think clearly without the distractions. Because what I realized is that because of how we used to be at work, it's like I never really had time to really think things through, because there's always shit going on in the background. I'm not really focusing on my thoughts because I'm hearing so much at one time. So like, now, spending pretty much the majority of the day by myself, I'm actually able to think and execute more things. And it's weird, but I've actually been these last couple weeks, I've actually been more productive. And what I've also noticed is that certain things don't trigger me the way they used to, because they may happen and I see it in the moment, but at the same time, I'm not really thinking about, oh shit, that happened. Okay. Now I'm going back to whatever I was thinking about before. So I think that's also another reason why I've been like distant, because I've actually I've had a lot of great fucking ideas. And I would text my wife like whatever, and she's like, yeah, that's a great idea, whatever. It's like, but like I haven't had that space to actually get into like a creative mode. And I realize that's because I've always been around so many distractions, because it's hard to be in that mode when I'm home because I'm with my daughter. It's hard to be in that when I work because normally we're all on the phone or whatever. Like just yesterday, like I literally went outside, turned some tunes on, and cleaned the garage. I didn't expect to be out there all day. I was in the garage like 6 hours, and I was just moving. And it's like, but while I was in the garage, I had so many damn ideas. I started writing down what I want to do, how I could organize things, what I could make this better, whatever. And I think for me, what I've learned is that that's a good space for me. Like I want to be in that more. Like that's where I'm trying to go. So that's all I was gonna add.
That's why you guys get dope music from me.
Bars.
Because I keep creating, I keep writing.
I'm gonna use that intro verse on something, nigga. I'm just trying to figure it out. Shit, that nigga went off.
I didn't. Let me say this. When you were talking about health, I kind of said it in a text to you guys about my doctor results, and I just kind of left it there, and I didn't know how to say it.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was gonna say, "Is it a boy?" But I said, "No." My wife said, "Don't stop. I'll be too mean to you."
So I went to the doctor. I did my lab results, and I got my results back. And
you gonna tell the world?
Yeah, I'll tell the world.
Okay,
that's why I didn't finish the text. Well, this pork rind nacho eating motherfucker is perfectly damn near healthy. My cholesterol's good. My A1C is good. Everything is good.
Next topic.
No, man, good for you. I'm happy for you.
This nigga eat pork rinds nachos, nigga. This it's a matter of time.
I mean, no, let's not put that on him.
No, I was actually really nervous, and when she came back and said that, I had a sign of relief. It really
I'm
was.
telling you right now, I'm scared. I got to get blood work in 3 months. I'm scared.
I was too. That's why I said it. I was really, really honestly nervous.
I am
You
scared.
know. And when she came back, she was like, and I was like, all right, I'm good, thank you. And she was like, I don't know what you've been doing, but just keep what you're doing. I was like, okay.
I keep my heart rate up by fucking all the time.
Anyway,
you can't count 3 seconds as my bad.
Did everyone get their rocks off?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, jollies are good.
So we're gonna move on to the next topic. Comes from Kevin. It is: do you believe in the power of positive affirmation, and what are some of the things you tell yourself and do and practice it with others?
Yes.
You know why?
I tell myself, yeah.
Let me tell you why. Because it's been shown. If you lie to yourself every day, eventually you'll believe that lie. So if you speak life into yourself and you do it regularly, you'll start to believe and act in those words.
Wait.
I'm lost because I thought positive affirmation was like
it is. It's saying that's like saying I'm worth it. I'm great. I'm going to have a good day. Those are positive affirmations, right? So if you do that every day, you're gonna have the mindset. Yeah, I am going to have a good day. I am going to accomplish this. Right?
What I'm confused on, Mo, is are you calling affirmation lies that eventually come true?
No, I'm not. No,
okay, that's where I was confused.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I was just making the comparison that it's been proven that if you lie about something continuously, eventually that lie, the original lie, becomes truth to you. You start to believe it yourself. That's been proven. But that's what I'm saying. That's why. I mean, your affirmations are basically things that you're trying to manifest.
Yeah.
Right. So
I get that.
So in everything that you manifest starts with speaking it. You have to speak it first, but you just can't speak it. You have to go out and have the actions behind what you speak.
Well, what I'm saying is like that would be like you saying, "I'm a great lover," and telling yourself, "I'm a great lover," and then like your significant other does not feel you're a great lover, but you keep telling yourself, "I'm a great lover." So in your mind, you think it's true. But I'm saying in your mind, you think it's true, but you don't actually put the actions in the face to make yourself a great lover.
I wouldn't know what that's like.
I'm just saying, like, because because what I got when you said that was like, okay, you could tell a lie and believe it enough. A lie to me, the lie would be I'm telling myself I'm a great lover, but I'm not putting anything in action to become one.
I'll put it this way: people wake up every day and tell themselves they like okra, knowing damn well okra is disgusting.
I dare you see okra all the time.
They've tricked themselves into believing the okra is good.
What a nasty whatever that is.
See,
Kevin, I did okra all the time.
No, I like okra. I know. I didn't lie to myself. I've always liked it. But
you tricked yourself into believing that shit's good. Go ahead and answer the question, though, Kevin.
No, I said yes. Now I can't even say what I was going to say because you're like, see, that's a lie. That's one of the lies. I already know what you're going to say.
Speak your truth.
I already know what you're going to say. No, because I'll tell myself I'm gorgeous every day, and I know that's true. It ain't no goddamn lie.
And you are gorgeous to your wife.
Yeah. To me and the world. What are you talking about?
That's okay. Not this side of the world.
Nigga, please.
The world inside your house, right?
Gorgeous from inside, too.
I side with Kevin on this because, nigga, I'm not going to look at Kevin and go, I'm looking at it and going, nigga, he's not appealing to me. So why the fuck would I look at him and go, oh, he's only in his house? Fuck that. Like, if he thinks he's beautiful, there's probably a bunch of women that think he's beautiful because that's the audience he's rocking for, not me. I'm not looking at this nigga saying ugly or cute. Like, what the fuck? I like pussy.
There's some niggas who think I'm cute too. If it gets us more views, just go ahead and peep it, nigga.
I mean, you did let a nigga suck your titty, so yeah.
Oh, you ain't gonna let that go.
Hey, he just put it out for the world to know about it now.
He told the world, nigga.
He told the world, yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh, he did. That's right.
He pays for pretentious, yeah.
Well, I forgot about that.
So yeah.
But how about the with others. Have you practiced any of that stuff with anybody else? Because me and a man have done that. Oh, I think I brought that to her with the writing. I wrote the alphabet on the mirror, and every day we had to fill in a different letter for the affirmation.
I've never done that.
No.
It's just y'all niggas went silent. I was like, oh, okay.
I could say an
therapy shit right there.
An affirmation, I just tell myself I can be better, but I go out and actually do those acts. Like I've always, like I said, I think I'm a dope rapper. I don't just think I'm a dope rapper. I go and put the shit in motion to become one. So I go and make sure I know words and make sure I know how to and study other artists that I find dope. And then
I am disgusted. You think?
No, I'm saying when I was growing. Well, what I'm saying is to get good. I didn't just say I'm a dope rapper and then everybody go, this nigga sucks. And you have to put the things in action. Yeah, you can believe it and will it, but you have to put those things in action for that shit to become a reality. Because I can say all this shit, but like you can say it, like you said, a lie and an affirmation to me are two separate things. Because the affirmation is you literally putting the steps in action to make that become a reality.
Right.
So me, like
but normally the lie is to cover something. Affirmation is to be better. So yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, like Hunter, so Hunter tells himself every day, "I will be taller," and it's not going to happen.
I mean, he could technically.
You can get your knees done.
He could no, like stature. Like sometimes people walk slunched over, and then they change how they walk, and then all of a sudden they are in fact standing taller.
Dang, yeah, Hunter, if you actually walk on your calves, like on your tippy toes, you'd be taller.
I'm perfectly fine with my height, right?
Okay,
I am. All right. I had to deal with it for 47 years. Ain't shit changing. Ain't no reason to hold on to it.
It changes. Affirmation. Every time I hear shit, I go back. So ain't shit changing.
And 47. Then the number was 7 again.
Yeah, 7 pops up and then shit.
A week.
Did you believe in affirmations, Hunter?
That is a good question to ask this nigga. No, they're all fake.
Up until I'm going to say no up until maybe just a few months ago or something.
Oh, okay.
So
if you notice,
what changed?
That I really need to start approaching life at a different aspect.
Mm-hmm. So you
remember when I made that post, be better, do better? That's what that was about.
So you listen.
It's just like I can't keep going the way I go. So I have to change the things.
I don't know what that is.
You got to be the change. You got to be the change you want to see. Yep. He used to be negative about everything.
Coming from a negative angle. Yeah, some shit's negative, but what the fuck you gonna do about it? You gotta make it positive.
And I learned that majorly from you, Kevin. Like every time I say, I've never seen you look at shit and just be like, well, fuck it. Like you say, well, I got to deal with it, and you make positive changes. I've never seen you just go, fuck it. What the fuck's the point? Like I've always seen you go, well, fuck it. That's what it is, and you take that in stride, and I applaud you for that, sir.
Thank you. I do that at work too. Niggas be calling mad, and I'm like, well, what you gonna do, nigga? You gonna be mad, or you gonna figure it out? You ain't got no. You can be mad. It's cool. It's your choice. But you still gonna be stranded.
Yeah. Like I say, I never really believed in affirmations before. Matter of fact, I had to look up what the word was.
Have you put it into practice? Like,
did you figure out that when you were saying apparitions at one time, it wasn't apparitions?
You talking about ghosts?
I was trying to say epiphany.
What? Those ain't even like close.
Yo, when this nigga said apparitions, McFly went on like a 3-week span where he could let the shit go. And he would laugh himself almost to tears every time.
That's hysterical. Like, I can't even imagine how you
he said I had an apparition. I said, you had a what, nigga? I said, you mean epiphany? like
Wrong words came out, you know?
Shit.
Oh shit. That's awesome.
Yeah, I did go on a whole like spiel of just everything. Every time I had an opportunity to bring up apparitions, I said, shit, was this an apparition hunter? But yeah, when he said that shit, I said, nigga, you mean epiphany? Like, you had an epiphany?
he damn near turned that to an actual word.
That's awesome. That has made my day.
I can imagine that word you working on the wrong group. Like, these are some dumb niggas. Like, he said apparition. It's like, man, this nigga Hunter's smart. Like, he said apparition, and I'm trying to figure out what apparition. And then they find out, and they try to use that in a different context to someone else. And like, I don't think that's the word you think it is.
Because when you said it, Kevin, we all said, "What the fuck you said?"
Well, Hunter, have you put these apparitions into play?
Because I thought he was saying aspirations. Aspirations.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
You know, sometimes you just say the wrong word.
Not that far, nigga. Let me get these bananas. Sir, those are apples.
Hey, they both start with an A. But motherfucker.
What, epiphany? Epiphany does not start
with an A at all. It does not. No, it does not. That is the Indiana public school system right there.
No, that was not the Indiana public school system. That was me ditching classes and
we strayed him away from his positive. I can't even say the word now.
That's the next topic. Next topic.
God damn. Okay. I guess I'll segue into this. This comes from me. I said, what times in your life were you able to admit wrong, and what was the outcome of doing so? And doing so.
I've had a lot of those. Shit,
yeah. You know what? I'm gonna use that same example as distancing. I was talking about the friend that we had. I don't even want to call it a falling out, but it was a mess. But I had to admit my wrong in that. Like, it took us sitting down to talk to see where his perspective was, and then I'm like, oh shit, I get it. That makes sense, and I could see that. That's how you could see that, and that's kind of how it. Like, a lot of it was doing like some of the stuff. So, like, I had no choice but to admit that. Like, in that, well, I guess I could have had a choice too, but what the fuck would that have done? So, yeah, I mean, I told him straight up, oh yeah, I get that. That's my bad. I was wrong on that. And the outcome on that is, yeah, it's not the same as it was, but like we talk and we have a dialogue at least. So that's step one. And I think it was a good opening block to get back to maybe not what it was, just because my life is way different now and his life is way different, but you know, having that rapport we once did. So that's the best example I got right now.
I would. I'm able to. To my wife, I mean, I was wrong all the time.
Oh yeah.
You know. And I can't think of no time where I was wrong. I do say my bad all the time, but I don't think. I think this is me when you're wrong with something major. You talking about like a bit. I don't think I've had any big disagreements recently.
What about when you say you admit you're wrong to your wife all the time? How does she usually react to it?
She'd be like, I know.
Damn. Okay. Like that's not supposed to. Like, what the fuck? Like,
my wife would tell me. She'd be like, I'm like, my bad, babe. I'm wrong. You're right. She's like, I was gonna just let you sit in it. That's her thing.
Damn.
She don't fight me. No. She said, I knew eventually you'll come around. I was gonna let you sit in it. Sometimes Sometimes it take me a little longer to see that she see. She's like, "You're wrong." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I was wrong." And then that's it.
See, that right there would automatically fuel my pettiness to be like, I'm not gonna admit wrong to you now. You're just gonna do that. Like,
well, see,
I know. It's like, goddamn. Like,
I think it takes a very high emotional intelligence to admit you're wrong. Because the hardest thing to do as a person is to say, I'm not right. Because it's like you have to correct your path. So if I'm wrong, I'm gonna admit I'm wrong. Like, I'm wrong. I was wrong. But, a lot of times I just try not to be in a situation where I can be wrong.
Wow.
But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Me, I don't have a problem admitting that I'm wrong. We're humans. We're going to make mistakes.
Yeah, that is true.
But I admit when I'm wrong. I will.
Well, what's a good example? You got one? You ever tell the police you was wrong?
When he thought apparition.
And I was wrong for that.
Can you admit that you was wrong for sitting in that doo-doo for fuck's sake?
No. That is not no wrong in that. No wrong in that, bro.
Tell your stomach I'm sorry.
You want to honestly know where I feel a lot of my wrongs came from is when I talk to my boys. And they say certain things, and I say I tell them I'm sorry. I was wrong. I'm trying to. I didn't understand. I didn't know. But again, it comes back to perspective too. I didn't get it. And I tell my wife I'm wrong. I have no problem admitting it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
You tricking me.
Why?
Nothing hurts my soul more than disappointing my child.
Yeah.
When you see the disappointment in their eye, that shit just hits the soul different. Like my chest caves in.
Well, it
depends on what it is, because I've seen you get disappointed over some shit. And I'm like, that's what you mad at?
Yeah, I admit I'm wrong because, like I said, you can't grow as a person unless you admit that you're doing things wrong. You can't be better. You can't be better if you don't know that. If you don't know that you're doing wrong. So I have no problem in it. I make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes, and that's just the way life is. But you can learn from them.
You should. You have to be a willing participant in that, though.
Right. No. I mean, little things here and there, but no, I mean, the big things in life, I have no problem. We make mistakes. We don't know what we know.
So you go through it, yeah.
Yep. So there's wrong. And I have no problem doing that.
Yeah. I can say, growing up, you don't realize, like, when I was like an adolescent, I use that word right.
Yes.
Adolescent.
Yes. Not apparition.
Starts with A. Anyway,
not an E.
Anyway,
first off, motherfuckers, I can't spell. Okay.
That's not a defense.
Okay. Anyway,
you have a
my adolescent, I was
That's why I look like I can.
I kind of like always viewed things in a weird perspective because it was just me and my dad. So I would go to school and deal with bullies and deal with classmates, and so I could see the wrong is happening. But like I think when you get older and you start actually achieving things is when that pride starts to kick in. So when I was actually getting attention from women and actually doing, successful things, then you become, that pride comes in. Now it's harder to admit fault when you feel like you have something to lose in it. So like your pride's in this, and you're like, oh, I'm doing good in this. You're not going to tell me this shit. So you'll miss the point in the lesson, because in that moment now you have something to lose. Now you're not going to let someone tell you. So sometimes you have to be able to be humble enough to identify it. Like, and I think like it even goes back to the whole softening of the children, because the biggest thing is like, yeah, when you realize you've hurt or disappointed your child, that will make you be like, damn, that wasn't my intention. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, like I think the biggest pride thing is bumping heads with like your significant other. Like you'll go through so many things with each other that you said you'll go through a whole fucking however many years and you won't realize some of the action you took in at the time. You didn't realize that was what was happening. So like, yeah, you can reflect on it and go, I was wrong for that, or but it's different now. Like you kind of when you're able to reflect, it does help you grow to do better. But like I said, when you're young, when I was young, I didn't have shit, so it was easy for me to admit, like, oh yeah, I fucked up. But when you feel like you got something to lose in it, that pride plays a big role in that. And I can say that for me personally, pride plays a really big role in me being able to say, damn, I'm wrong, like, because now you feel like you have something to lose in that, as opposed to before it was.
Can I add on to that a little bit?
Sure.
Have you noticed that when people do admit wrong, and the person they admit wrong to tends to hold it against them? Why do we do that?
Because that's the assholes.
But we do that as a culture.
Because I was on the opposite end of that. I was like, I think I learned at an early age, admitting fault and things like that, and it seems like to me people take it easier, or they're just like, oh, okay, and you're easier to deal with as a person because they see that you're I guess like a stand-up individual. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but like being honest has gotten me out of a lot of trouble, to be honest. Like admitting fault. Like even with police. They're just like, oh well, fuck it. I guess you told me. I know it's triggering, but
this has been episode 80 of the. Oh, no, I was just fine. All right, keep on.
I'll say this. My in my early 20s, man, I was staying with my aunt for a little bit, going to school, and we were just talking, and I was telling her how like I had forgiven my birth father for not really being around, and I was trying to cultivate a relationship with him, and we were just talking, and I guess I had said something like negative about it, like about him to her. We were having a conversation, and she said, "We're not going to do that. You're not going to do that." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "If you forgive him, you don't need to bring this up." Because as long as you have to let that linger, it's always going to be an issue there. And when I thought about what she said at the time, I was like, you can't tell me how to feel. At this point, I'm like 22. I'm like, not 22. I was like 19. You can't and I thought about what she said. I was like, she's right. If you let the negative thing, like you can't start over and have it be fresh if you hold on to the past. So if I'm saying, hey, I'm going to forgive you, we're going to start fresh here, I now can't let the past dictate how we move now. I can let the past set the boundaries, but I can't let it dictate how I view you. Because I'm not giving you another chance if I'm still holding the past against you. So, and I thought that was when she said that to me, that was actually really enlightening to me.
Right. Because if you're going to forgive, you're going to have to forget. Because like you said, if you don't hold on to it, if you're going to hold on to it, why did you forget the person then?
Not forget. It's you.
No, I don't mean forget. I don't mean like forget it per se, which I mean you have to let it go. Yeah, if you're going to forgive them, you have to let it go.
Yeah,
never forget aspirations. Apparitions. Epiphany. Adolescence. I'm going.
Are we just
I'm finding all these A words. Yeah.
Asparagus.
That's something else I don't eat over there, Mr. Okra.
Okra.
Dang, man. Okra.
He's doubling down.
Niggas, Yosemite Sam over here fucking.
He's doubling down.
We'll just go to assume.
You know what is funny? Is this shit took me to a point where I think I learned that shit. What fucking grade was that? Was that preschool? Kindergarten.
How can you remember that far?
And I don't know why we was doing. I was just being a badass kid, and then took the teacher's Diet Coke and shook that shit up.
Damn,
shook it up. She opened it, and for some reason I
don't know where you went to school, but where I went to school, elementary, niggas, the parents could pop up, and I had that happen a couple times.
No, I mean, I told the truth, and like somehow I didn't get in trouble. The other kid did because he stuck with the lie.
Well, do you know how frightening it is to come back from lunch and then your grandfather's in your classroom? Like,
no.
I said, I'm gonna get my ass beat.
Oh no, I had the anticipation of having to wait the whole day. Like, I gotta go home. Yeah, grandma's house off.
Aspiration.
Don't give me no because it ain't gonna make it home.
You know what is funny about that? The only thing I remember about elementary school is being in a tornado and getting paddled.
Ensembles.
Never mind, I'm not gonna say it.
What? What? I got paddled?
No, I was gonna say. I was gonna ask. No.
That's all I remember about elementary school. I don't rarely remember anything else. Oh, I remember going into the hallway when the Pledge of Allegiance was happening.
It was over 40 years ago. So yeah, I would imagine you don't remember much of it.
Honestly, I don't remember high school, bro.
That was over 50 years ago.
How can I be in elementary school 40 years and be in high school 50 years?
You age differently.
Was it all the same building? Like you went from elementary to high school, like in all one little school?
Alliteration.
No. I don't know why you think I live in some little podunk little town. No, like I said, I just don't remember. I don't remember high school. I vaguely remember middle school, you know. But yeah, I remember that. I remember being paddled though.
It might be all the pork you eating. Fucking over your memory. Don't
talk about the swine, bro. We've had this conversation.
So for that week you was in jail, you was a Muslim.
I could never do that. I've been offered, I've been told, I have friends, but you talking about giving up the swine? No,
adjustments.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Departure.
We got a time. We got a time.
And with that being said, this has been episode 80 of the Heavyweight Podcast. We want to thank you guys for rocking with us. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys and the Apparition.
Oh my, it's Nivik Salil.
Man, you can't talk. Now you scared to talk, so you don't want to fuck up the words.
Say any words.
Here's your boy Molito.
Man, they call me Hunter.
Are
you sure?
Or is it what? Marcus? It's been Marcus this whole time.
I mean, I have an alias, but it ain't Marcus.
Alias?
Right. Man, we appreciate y'all. That's why I tried to cut it off, because I fuck that one up too. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Till next week. We love y'all, man. We out. Peace.
Hey, that's good.
If you can hear the sound of my voice, you're a real one for sticking to the end. Just want to thank you again for listening and stay tuned for the next episode. 40 out.